Welcome back to Taja's Garden. I'm the gardening realtor, and today we're going to do a spring garden tour, and we're going to be installing a new drip irrigation system.
All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this main feeding line right here. We're gonna run it around the perimeter of the garden bed, and then we're gonna, when we get it all set up, then we'll move on to our next step. All right, the next step is to hook these lines up. These right here is where the little feeders are gonna go. We're gonna have these connect into here. So how this work is, you push it in there, and it snaps, and you can't pull it out. Traps in there until you hold these two down. Well, not two, but you hold this ring right here around, you can pull it back out.
These are 16 and 16 drip water emitters. This is where the water is going to come out of. This is going to drip, so it's going to come out like this, but then drip on the sides. This is going to be a sprayer. So I'm going to go around and put it where I think is best, and I know for sure I'm not going to do the spraying one on the tomato plants because those leaves, the tomato plant is easy to get diseased, so I'm going to do a drip one for the tomatoes and a sprayer for the greens.
I have to cut these so I can insert these little tabs right here. These are where the little line connects and feed water to these little drip systems. These drip pinpointers, or whatever you want to call them. And then
emitters?
Huh?
Wouldn't it be emitters? Those are emitters?
Yeah, emitters. Nice. You know the word. So the main emitter, right? Yeah, because it don't spit water out. So what is it?
Connector.
Okay, nice. Look at you, Mrs. Roll. Okay, we cut this line. You want to get a really good clean cut. Put the little feeds in here so they can transfer water to the emitters. And we want to try to do this as, I guess, evenly as possible so we could get a good pressure amount of water in each emitter and not too much in one emitter or whatever. So we connect it, and you want to put this in first. It comes on like this, by the way, so you can screw it off, and what it does is connects right here. This is a hole. The water goes inside here, and there's holes in here as well, and it shoots out each line, and the main source also travels through here to the next line. So put this in first, slide that on. You want to make sure it's over that lip. You can see that lip print, and tighten this up. All right, we got our first connector connected. All right, this one we're gonna connect. We had a 4-way on this one. We're gonna connect a 2-way because we only have five little feed connectors in here. And what these do right here, these are connectors to each emitter as well. So instead of connecting the main feed line from the main connector into each emitter, because that's going to take a lot more lines or a lot more tubes. So what we're going to do is run this feed line from here to this, and it will split into those two emitters. and that's why we have a couple, so we can connect it to every two.
While he's connecting that, I was so excited that I have my potatoes sprouting, and you can tell the difference between what kind of potato this is and what kind of potato this is, because as you can see, this little red right there and this right here does not have any red around it. This is a yellow potato, and this right here is a red potato, and that's how you can tell the difference. It always shows this little color in the leaves and the stem. You can also tell that when it comes to onions too. This right here is a yellow onion, or yeah, yellow onion. And this over here is a burgundy onion. All right, back to the program.
Okay, what we're gonna do first is kind of measure it out. We're gonna put one of these right here. I'll go ahead and put it there now. Good. All right, in there.
Welcome back. This is going to be the second day of trying to finish this drip irrigation system. We ended up having to get more parts to this, and this is early in the morning trying to get this together. So while he is finishing one of the beds, I'm going to show you the new additions to my garden. So we have 5 peppers in this bed, 2 jalapenos right there, cubanelle, cayenne, and a bell pepper right there on the end. Right there we have a rainbow tomato. I've interplanted a lot of onions into my bed this year. So these are all Vidalia sweet onions, Vidalia sweet onions, Vidalia sweet onions over here. This is a Mormandi tomato, and this is a Roma tomato. So the onions that I have around this tomato are purple onions, burgundy to be specific, and the ones around my peppers are more Vidalia sweet onions. I have my container garden, grow bags, buckets. These are potatoes. I'm growing 4 containers of potatoes. I have 1 in a bucket and 3 in grow bags. These are 10-gallon grow bags that I got from TikTok. The reason I got these is so that the potatoes could have more room to go up so I didn't have to heal. But it looks like the soil has settled, so I might go ahead and add a little bit more. Cabbage, broccoli, broccoli. This is a bush bean. Again, this is my potato, cabbage, peas, sage, green onion, rosemary, more peas, broccoli, and this one is growing faster than any of my other broccolis. I just planted all 3 of these yesterday. So that one, I believe, is I think it's a poblano pepper. And then this is a bell pepper. Honestly, I was in a rush yesterday. I had to get somewhere and I needed to plant these out before I left. So I did not label these, but that's okay. I'm actually excited to see what pops up. So I know for sure one of them is bell pepper, and I think it's this one. This is a Roma tomato, cabbage, cabbage, cabbage. That is a potato. Cherry tomato right there. That's a 10-gallon grow bag. Now, let's go inside the garden. Okay, so these are more brassicas. We have collard greens, kale, 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 kale. All these are kale. And it looks like this one is trying to bust out of this container, so let's go ahead and remove it. Yep, it looks beautiful. And we still have these small ones that are not quite ready to graduate from the basket yet. We've been removing a lot from the basket, so that is a good sign of growth. And we have around these Texas sweet onions. Here are collards, and I believe one of them is cabbage, but I don't remember which one because I had these labeled, but I have a toddler and she just came and took them all when I wasn't looking. All right, let's go to the next bed. Now these for sure are cabbage. Cabbage, 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 and they look so beautiful. These are actually early Jersey cabbages. And kale, kale, kale. Another cabbage over there. Or maybe that's a collard. I have no clue. Head lettuce. And another head lettuce, and this is my favorite. I had a row of peas right here and only one survived. I'm not sure why. I went and picked up a few flowers to add to my garden from Lowe's, and around these I have burgundy onions. Over here I don't have any onions, but I have grown carrots in between each row this way. I have broccoli on that side and head lettuce on this side. And it looks like this one is ready to come out of this basket. So let's free it. Look how beautiful that is. We've added a flower in the very back, and that is called a vinca flower. And then we have our onion bed over here. And these are all Texas sweet onions. We are going to be adding irrigation to this bed as well. We don't need a ton of these. We're going to start off with 4 and increase if we need to. We use landscapes pins to just push it down in the ground, but it's not too tight, just enough room for the water to get through. And he's getting ready to turn it on right now. I didn't want to do the sprayer over here because I don't want to affect the tomatoes or peppers since they are easy to get disease. Tomato is more easy than the peppers. So these are doing fantastic over here. I think these are actually my favorite because because these actually it seems like this is kind of aggressive to me. I forgot to show you guys my herbs. So I decided to hang my herbs on this trellis while I'm not using it at the moment. And I think I might just keep it up here and just kind of train the cucumber leaves and other stuff to go around it somehow. I'll figure it out, but I think that it looks really good on my trellis. For now, I'm pretty happy with this drip irrigation. If you have not already subscribed, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you next time.